Hi everyone, this is Rayon Paper. I hope you're doing well. Last weekend I went to the Dutch pen show in Utrecht and the dust has finally settled. It was an amazing day. I had so much fun and I'm so happy with the things that I got and also with the things that I didn't get, because it's always tempting to spend way too much. But no, it was an amazing day. So in this video, I'll just sort of kind of quickly be going over my haul, and I think a lot of the products will be featured a little bit more in depth in later videos. But I just want to sort of give an overview of my experience and the things I brought home with me. So I went with my mom, which was super fun. Last year I went alone, which I don't mind doing things on my own. That's fine. Usually I'm very focused when I'm alone, so that's kind of a plus, I suppose. But it was so much fun to go together. I live in the eastern part of the Netherlands, and my parents live in the southern part, and Utrecht is like central Netherlands. So we both went there by train, met up at the station, and then we went to the venue together. And my mom's train was delayed, unfortunately, so by the time we got there it was already like super busy. So at first we were like, oh my god, so many people. Also, it was so warm there. It was like a really hot day. And like the venue was just really, really hot. Yeah, that was not great, but we survived. So yeah, we just started looking around and walking by the tables, and just to kind of ease into it, get an overview of what's there. And one of the first things I did was get a picture with Nabi from Wet n Wise. I met him last year at the Dutch pen show, and I saw his pens and I knew that I wanted to get a pen from him, but at the time he didn't have a blank and a model that really spoke to me with him. But I could see myself getting like a combination of a specific blank and model that he didn't have at the time, but that he could make for me. So that's the pen that I got for my birthday last year. And I brought the pen with me, and I wanted to take a picture with him to commemorate that, because it's a very special pen to me, and he's just the kindest, most humble person. So that was really lovely. And then let's see, what was the first thing I got? I think the first thing I got was no, that's not true. I was going to say my samples, but I think the first thing was actually these two inks from Shanghai Stationery. It was so nice seeing Astrid and Emil again this year and just having a little chat. And I bought these two inks. They have their inks in 10 milliliter and 50 milliliter bottles, but I think 10 is like the perfect size to try the ink out, but also like share a bit or like ink it up in different pens before committing to like a really big bottle. Even though their 50 milliliter bottles are awesome. They're beautiful. But these are super nice. They had really nice swatch cards with them, with all of their ink, so you could see them on paper. And I got the white setter. I knew that I wanted to get this one because I saw Fee from Fee the Ink Dragon ink this in one of her pens in one of her videos, and I was like, that looks gorgeous. And the Cormorant Fishing is like a really dark grayish brown, which is one of my weakness colors, one of my soft spots. So yeah, already knew that I wanted to get that one as well. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a swatch later in the video. And then they also gifted me a couple of inks to try out on camera, and I'll be making separate videos for these, so I won't spoil them yet. and a lovely sticker that says Shanghai Stationery. So yeah, another couple of amazing, kind people. It was so nice talking to the vendors and also some fellow pen enthusiasts at the pen show. That's always it's so like weird and special at the same time, being around so many people with whom you share an interest, a hobby. Like that's just like the cool thing about pen shows. Then we walk by inksample.nl, which is a new like online store founded by one of the Netherlands Pen Club members. And I had placed an order with her before the pen show and arranged for the order like that I could pick it up at the pen show, because she has so many samples and I didn't trust myself with like all of the samples in front of me to make a good selection. And I think I went a little overboard even now. But she also has, and that's so cool, she had the vending machine, which is like this really old like kind of gacha machine that I don't know where she sourced that, but it's awesome. It's super old, and you can buy these coins from her, and then you can get an ink sample in like a plastic ball. I gave the ball back because what am I going to do with that? But it's I love gacha things like that. And I got, let's see, where is it? Is it this one? Yes. I put it in, like, they came in like super tiny bottles because otherwise they don't fit the balls, but I can't be trusted with a 2 milliliter bottle that is filled to the brim. So I transferred the ink sample to a bigger bottle. But I got the Birmingham Pen Company Salamander, and I think that's the Birmingham Pen Company samples. I think those are the most expensive that she has. So I was really lucky to get this one, and I've been wanting to try this ink. And it wasn't listed, I think, on the website when I placed my order. So super, super happy with this one. And I think my mother got the Octopus Write and Draw ink Violet Raccoon. So yeah, that was really nice. And then I got a ton of ink samples. Let's just quickly show them. I got these two Waringal inks, Lost and Path, that I've been wanting to try. Let's see. I got Birmingham Pen Company Hydrangea. I think that was the only BBC ink that I got. Yeah. Then I got Dominant Industry inks. I have Springfields and Les Falaises à Étretat. I've been wanting to try these, and I don't think I will love them. But so that's why I was really happy to be able to get a sample. Now it might sound weird to buy a sample of an ink you don't think you're going to love, but I kind of feel like I want to try. I would be open to trying every ink under the sun. So samples are the way to go for me. I mean, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know if like this color with this shimmer is going to work for me, but the only way to find that out is to try it. And sometimes I've been really surprised by inks, and I'm like, yeah, actually I do like this. Then I got some Ferris Wheel Press inks. These are always lovely to try. And I got these three: Atlas Iron Ore, Russet Typecase, and Tanzanite Sky. I've got my first Troublemaker inks. Never tried any of those. Really interested to see how these are. I got Copper Patina, which is a shimmer. Mango, which is a standard ink, but like a really lovely color. Butterfly Dream, another shimmer, I think. Not sure. And Foxglove, which is a standard. And then I got all of the Pen Show exclusive Robert Oster inks from the last couple of years. So we've got the Bruin inked, the Dutch Peach, the Summer Sky, the Tulip Fields, which is a shimmer that I'm really interested in, and last year's ink called Sugar Rush. I didn't get this year's ink because obviously right now you could only get it in like the big bottles, and I don't think I like it enough for a 50 milliliter bottle. But if Ink Sample NL has the sample in a couple of weeks, maybe I might want to try that out. So yeah, ton of ink samples. So happy that we have an ink sample vendor in the Netherlands right now, with brands that I haven't been able to try before, like Troublemaker, Birmingham Pen Co. So yeah, super excited about those. We'll not be swatching all of these samples in this video because we'd be here a while. So let me put these back. Ooh. Then we walked by the stand from Papier und Stift, which is a store from, I think they're from Berlin. At least they're from Germany. And they had these super tiny bottles of Colorverse. Like, look at this. Don't ink bottles just get progressively cuter the smaller they are? I mean, this is the exact same shape as the huge Colorverse bottles, but I mean, they're just so cute. This is 5 milliliter. I got the Brain ink, which is a sort of olivey green with a green shimmer. And I've been wanting to try this ink for ages, but it was always sold out. And you can get these. I think it's a better deal if you get the bigger bottle. But I mean, I'm probably not going to use it that much because I like just trying different inks. So 5 milliliter is enough to try it out. And if I run out and if I love it, I can always get the bigger bottle. And then, we walk by Galen Leather, and I don't really care too much about leather products. I don't love it, but they do have these awesome stickers that you could get. And this one says, "When life gives you lemons, trade them for fountain pens." Isn't that just the best quote? I love this. And it's a really like strong, sturdy sticker. I also had a quick chat with Anouk from jouwjournal.nl. I think that's her brand name. If it's not, I'll put the right one on the screen. And she also had these stickers with her logo. I wanted to stop by her stand later on the day, but I completely forgot. There were so many stands that I was like, where I walked by in the beginning, and I was like, okay, maybe I want to come back here to have like a more in-depth look at the product. And then by the end of the day, my head was so full that I just completely forgot. Then I got 2 more inks, and then we'll finally get to the pen. I knew that I wanted to get a Tasha ink because I haven't tried them before. And I got this one from Sakura Fountain Pen Gallery from Belgium. They had a very big stand. They are one of the organizers from the pen show. They have had a very big stand, and they had so many inks. Lots of Japanese brands, mostly. Also a French brand that I hadn't seen before. I forgot the name. Well, anyway, tons of inks. And I settled on this one that I had my eye on for a while. I'm not really in the middle of the frame, am I? It's called Tsuchi, and it's this golden brown wheat color. And it was actually a really good deal. Normally it's like 10 euros, and the pen show price was 8.50. So that's great. And I will be swatching this one later. But let me just take out the bottle. I think these are so cool, these bottles. They are like really wide, and I mean, good luck trying to knock this one over. And then I also got this one. Funny story, I got this one from Appelboom, which is like, I think the main organizer of the event, or at least one of the organizers. And they asked on their Instagram like a week before the pen show, like what products should we bring? And that way you could like reserve something from their selection that maybe they wouldn't have brought otherwise. And I knew that they had this one, the Van Diemen's Achilles. So I asked for that one and they said, great, we'll take that one with us. And then I think it was like 10 minutes before closing time that I remembered that I had asked them to bring this. So I ran over to their stand. I was like, oh my God, do you still have that one? And they were like, yeah, sure. And I got this one. And it's a very cool ink. It's a purple with like a sort of bronze colored shimmer. And I wanted to get this one because one, the ink is awesome. And two, because Achilles always reminds me of The Song of Achilles, the book by Madeline Miller, which ran me over like a truck. And I would definitely recommend you read it. It's amazing. But yeah, don't expect to feel all happy and warm by the end of reading it. But it's beautiful. And this ink reminds me of it because the book is obviously about Achilles. So yeah, I will swatch these two inks in this video. But first, let me show you my Narwhal Horizon Twilight. I thought I had a plan going to the pen show to buy the Esterbrook Esty in Botanical Garden with the rhodium trim in an extra fine nib. That was sort of my game plan, the pen that I knew that I wanted to get because it's been on my wish list forever. And I couldn't get it because at one place they didn't have any extra fine nibs left, and at the other, like the Esterbrook stand, didn't have the regular one in silver trim, only the oversized, which I don't really like. Another place didn't have the rhodium trim at all, only the gold one. So there were a ton of Esterbrook Esties, but not the one that I wanted. So I thought, okay, it's not meant to be today. And then I went back to the Narwhal Horizon that I had looked at the beginning of the show and that I just really, really like. And I got this one. I've already inked it because I didn't want to wait. It has this really cool black trim, this black clip, black like finial at the top, a black nib. And I just think this combination of colors is really nice. It has green, it has this sort of very pale green, which then goes on to some sort of tan sand color, and then ends in this lighter, like desaturated brown, with then this very dark, warm brown at the bottom. So there's a ton of colors in here, which makes it really special. There's also this tiny, tiny narwhal engraving on the center band, but you may not be able to see that. And the same goes for the nib, that also has a narwhal engraving, but that's really hard to see as well. And fun fact, my mother also got a narwhal. She got the, I forget what the model's called, but it's the special Amalfi Coast color that I think you can only buy at the pen shows. And it's really beautiful as well. So really happy that I got this pen. It writes very nicely. It has a fine nib. Narwhal doesn't have extra fine, but the fine nibs are pretty fine, so that's good. It's fairly heavy, like especially the piston mechanism at the back makes it heavier. It's a piston filler. And I've inked it with a color that doesn't match the pen color too well, but it's my only narwhal ink, so I wanted to try out that combination. And it is, wait, let's go for this side. It is Dark Forest from Narwhal, which is a very dark a grayish green color. So this is the Narwhal Horizon in Twilight. With a fine nib. With the Narwhal Dark Forest. Ink. Very nice smooth nib, great flow, and just a really, really pretty pen to look at. I love all of the details. I love all of the colors, this super nice center band that sort of half obscures the ink window like some sort of curtain. Yeah, just a really, really pretty pen. They had a ton of Horizon pens like stacked in this sort of display, and they just look so beautiful together. And let's swatch these two inks. Let's swatch the Tasha ink first. Tsuchi. Very big opening. So this is Tasha Tsuchi. Lovely shading, lovely warm color. It's a little bit darker, I've noticed, in writing. I've already inked this up in a pen that I'll be showing in my currently inked video for June. It's a little bit darker in writing, I think, than in a swatch. You won't get to see, especially with an extra fine nib, as much of the shading. But this is, for me, this is the perfect golden brown color. Golden yellow, golden brown, the in-between. Let me give this another shake for the writing. So this is Van Diemen's Achilles. And this is a perfect purple to me. It is purple enough, saturated enough to really be visible as a purple and not a gray. But it's still not too saturated, which makes it a very classy ink in my opinion. And the bronze shimmer that is starting to come through is not too much. It's quite subtle, but still visible. And it's just, I love this. Wow. I hope the camera is picking this up. because it's a really, really pretty shimmer. So yeah, really happy with these 2 ink bottles and really excited to dive into all of these smaller bottles and samples that I got as well. I think that's it for now. Yeah, we'll definitely use and try all of the different things that I got over the coming weeks, months. There's lots of time to try everything out before the next bench show comes around, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching. If I forgot to mention you in this video and we spoke on Saturday, please know that I appreciate you. I had a great day. And my head is just a little full, and I'm sure I'm forgetting things. But yeah, it was great. And if you were at the Dutch Pen Show as well, I hope you had a great time as well. And in any case, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.